Good morning. How is everybody today? Should have a reminder stating I'm coming on. So, good morning, Marie. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. I'm doing okay. I'm getting better. I feel 20% better today than I did yesterday. So, every day will be better. I don't have the shakes, the shivers, or any of that anymore. I'm still weak, but I'm getting my strength back. Other than that, I'm doing okay. How are you doing today? I think my wife's starting to get it. I don't want to see her go through that because it's not good. I'm telling you. Huh? I do care. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. Bobby Sprinkler. Good morning. How are you doing? It's waiting on Gordon to take his pink panties. Who's Gordon? You're up early today. It's 5:30. I actually didn't get much sleep last night. My feet were twitching so bad. I have it's like the diabetic nerve pain. My feet, you know, I have a lot of pain in them, and I actually kept my slippers on most of the night because I felt better with pressure on them than it does, without them. I had socks on and stuff, but um, they just ached all night. So, oh, okay, tropical storm Gordon. Okay. Good morning, Gene. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. And by the way, you're looking lovely as ever, Marie. I'm glad you're doing better. So today's going to be a short one. I'll be out of here by 8:30. So I got this special place now that I go in on Tuesdays at 8, or I leave at 8:30, well, about a quarter to 9, 9 o'clock, and I go there for an hour or so. Well, I used to take Gad and Penton for it. They used to, not so much anymore. But my feet just sit there, and, it feels like, 1,000 needles are attacking it or whatever. So, but I said I had socks. I wore socks to bed, and that wasn't curing it. So I put my slippers on, and that actually made it feel better. The pressure of it being on your feet, I guess. So, Ron, good morning. How are you doing? Nice to see you here. What do you mean you don't see anybody in chat? There's Ron, Marie, Jean, And Bobby, you probably have to refresh. There's 9 people and 9 people watching total. So, you see them now? You take requit for that? Okay. I tell you what, this getting old shit is getting for the birds. I'm telling you. Uh, Golden years ain't worth a darn. Today's the very first day of school this year for the kids. They go a half a day today. I think they go a half a day tomorrow or a full day tomorrow. I ain't for sure, but then a full day the rest of the week. Okay. They go a half a day today and then a full day the rest of the week. Hey, the fam. Good morning. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. You're right there, Gene. I honestly don't know how people do it, man. I don't. See these people that you drive by their house and they got a $500,000-600,000 house. You know, they got 2 cars in their driveway, a camper and a boat and everything else. And how do you make payments on all that stuff? Hell, I don't know. You got to be making 150,000 a year better to be doing it. Around here, we don't have jobs like that unless you're upper management into something. So, I don't know. I was going a half a day today because of the storm. Shit, they shouldn't even send them if the storm's coming. So, yeah, they sell drugs. You're right. So, usually, the ones that are selling drugs, they don't invest in their houses and stuff. What they do is they try to live low key, in a modest house or a shack or whatever, and drive old junk. Um, State cop once told me, he said, I can tell you what a drug car is and what a drug car isn't. I said, how can you tell what an old drug runner is? Somebody that's, a mule carrying drugs. He says it'll be an old car, you know, 10, 12 years old, but it'll have brand new tires on it and it'll run like a top. And that's what they do is they buy these old cars, they put mega money in them, new tires on them, brakes and everything, makes so it's perfectly running like brand new. And they slip underneath the radar because the people look at the car and it's a 2002. Yeah, runs like a 2019. You know what I mean? And that's uh, this is a state cop, the drug enforcement guy. He was telling me that he says that's what I look for: older cars with brand new tires on them. Once I see older cars with brand new tires on them, I follow it for a little bit, and if I think it's shady, I'll pull it over. Yeah, I know, Gene. I know exactly how it is. I got a 2011. I make payments on. Moose Knuckle. Good morning. How are you doing, sir? Are you able to walk yet? Are you able to put weight on it? Brad, good morning. By the way, Moose, you're looking lovely as ever. I don't care. Them pink handcuffs look great on you. Getting ready for work? Good. And you are walking. That's great. Good job, Moose. Take it from somebody who knows, man. I didn't walk for 4.5 years, and I know exactly how the feeling is to be able to get up and walk again. Molly Gordon, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. I'm just now coming off like a 2 week illness. It's been kicking my hiney. I'm getting better and better every day, but I'm still short of breath. And I don't know if I'm still this way come Friday. I'm gonna call the doctor and make an appointment for Monday or something like that. So, it's terrible, isn't it, Gene? Crafton with Daninia. How you doing? Nice to have you here. Hopefully I said your name right. I just showed you some channel love there, Crafty. See. I don't get into crafting that much, but you know, never can tell. But I did just show you some channel love there. 3:41 in the morning, and you're putting up the paint. Where are you at? Central Time or Mountain Time? No. You're welcome, Crafty. No. Jerry's Woodshop. Good morning. How are you doing today? Nice to have you here. You're in California, okay. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Movie stars. Anybody have anything exciting go on yesterday? It was a holiday. Um, all the grandkids got their hair cut yesterday. Got them all beautified for school today. Today's the first day of school. The little one's got to get up here in a few minutes because they go to school. They get picked up at 7:50 or something like that, so they got to get up here in a little bit. Yeah, lots of rain. Yeah, well, they're not going to like it. I can tell you that right now because they're not used to getting up this early. It's still dark out. And I tried to tell the 4-year-old last night, say, "Hey, go to bed. You got to get up early." I'll be okay, Papa. Mm-hmm. Well, that's great. Whenever somebody else does all the cooking, that's pretty good there, crafting. It rained here. Um, oh hell, it rained pretty hard for about 20 minutes or so. I mean, it come down in buckets, and then it stopped. And then you got a little sprinkle here and there, and that was it. But the clouds were so dark, man. It looked like it was tornado weather. Um, I was at the grocery store. This is the hell of a deal I got. I bought Powerade, like Gatorade, the big quart bottles. I got it for 69 cents a quart, so I bought 10 of them. And then, good morning, Kim. How are you doing? Bama Grits, you're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. And then I went in to get some cantaloupe. So I bought 3 cantaloupes. Then I bought some Powerade. And then I remembered that they had the Prego spaghetti sauce for sale. They're $1.75 a jar. If you buy 5 jars, they take $1 off a jar. So I bought 10 jars at 75 cents a jar. That's $7.50 for 10 jars of spaghetti sauce. And I'm probably going to go back today and buy another 10 or 20 and put them in the pantry. So, because spaghetti is probably one of the cheapest meals you can make, especially when you can get the sauce for 75 cents a jar, and the noodles are $1 a package. For less than $3, you can make a meal for 6 people, 5, 6 people. New Jersey Art, NG Art, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Let me check your channel out. You're a new one on me. No, I'm subscribed to you. I just didn't recognize the name. Okay. Nice to have you here. I'm doing better. I've been sick for a couple of weeks, or almost a couple of weeks, but I'm getting better and better every day. There we go. That's why I didn't notice it. Redneck Railroad, good morning. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. No, she didn't bury me in the backyard, but I tell you what, I was sick enough to be buried. So. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. NJ. Good golly, Miss Molly. There you go. That's funny. Really? You just found out you're expecting? That's pretty cool. Okay, NJ, do me a favor. Put your hand on the screen. You're going to have a baby boy. Good morning, FFP. Now remember that I said you're going to have a baby boy. I'm right probably 90% of the time, if not even more. So you're welcome. Now, I never knew that I could actually do that. And I was at work and they were having a pool. And this is no lie. They were having a pool. And it cost $1 to get into it. And it was a 50-50. If you won, you got 50% of it, and the woman got 50% of it, the pregnant woman, the one that had the kid. So we were at work, and they said, "You want to get in this pool?" And I said, "What's it about?" And they told me. I said, "Sure." So I bought a ticket, and you had to guess what day the baby was going to be born. Well, I said, "Can I touch your belly?" And she said, "Sure." So I went and put my hands like this on her belly. And I'm not lying. I swear I'm not lying. I told her the day, the sex, and the time of the birth. I got the day right, the sex of the birth right, and I was off by 3 minutes. I didn't think that was too bad. And this was like 5 months out. So I don't know if it's a gift or a curse. Every time I see a pregnant woman, I walk by them and I just automatically go out, "You're having a boy, you're having a girl." And they'll look at me like, "How the hell do you know? I don't even know who you are." So, um, last, let's see, a year ago, back in June, I think, a year ago in June, I was doing physical therapy, and a woman come up to me, and that was working there, and I said, "Oh, you're going to have a baby girl." And she just looked at me like, "How'd you know?" I said, "Somebody tell you?" I said, "No." She said, "You're going to have a baby girl. It's going to have blue eyes and red hair." And she says, "How do you know it's going to have red hair?" I said, "It's just something I get." Her husband had red hair and her husband had blue eyes. I didn't know this woman from anywhere, but she was my physical therapist for that day. So that's just, it's just something that hits me. Don't go out and, NJ, don't go out and paint the baby's room, blue or whatever until you have the baby. But, I'm not right all the time. So it's just something that hits you, man. You just walk by something, wow. It's like somebody slapped you right in the face and stopped you right there. So, all right. Ian Matthews, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. You on lunch break? Guys don't know who Ian is? Check out his channel. He's got a good channel. Check out Bama Grits, Food Forest. Check out Crafting with Dina, NJ Art. Guys don't know any of these people? Check them all out. There you go. That's funny. Yeah. Need to send Forrest out there and go shrimping now. That's right. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, check it. Yeah, Chopper's Rule. Okay, I have to do that. I have been so out of it, Ian, lately. Uh, Casey Detox, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Good to see you again. You're looking lovely as ever. We got some new people in the chat room there, KC. So if you want to walk up and down the chat room, and it's somebody you don't know, maybe you could get acquainted with them. That's right. Yes, ma'am. Where do you live at, Nicole? What city or what country or state? No, her name's Nicole James. That's by or Jameson or something. I can't remember, but it's Nicole. She just changed it to her initials. Massachusetts. Where at in Massachusetts, Nicole? I spent some time in Billerica, Haverhill, Peabody, Lynn, the city of Sin. Molly Gordon's from Massachusetts. Taunton? Never heard of it. Nah, I don't get offended. Well, Fall River and Brockton, okay. Never heard of either one of them either, but I was out there picking up garbage in them cities back in 1980 and 7. Yeah. Probably before some of you were even born. So. Tampa, Florida, yeah. Well, you guys are only about 6 inches above sea level. Oh. Huh. That's pretty cool. Gloucester? Yeah, the holiday was too quick. But well, good morning, sleepyheads. Good morning. One's 4 and the other one's 3, and they're both going to school today. So that's pretty cool. About a half an hour south of Boston. Boston? Oh, you know where Peabody is then, don't you? In Ipswich or whatever. Yeah, Ipswich. So. Well, that's pretty good there, FFP. You should go gator hunting, FFP. Go down there with Troy in Louisiana. Shoot! Shoot him, Jacob! Shoot him! But he could be screaming, "Shoot him, Howie! Shoot him! Shoot him, Howie!" You go to Peabody to the Bingo Hall? I used to stay in the Holiday Inn right off in, what is that, 18 or whatever? Right off in the freeway. Same freeway that runs into Boston. I stayed in the Peabody there. The Peabody Holiday Inn. Wife would call the front desk and say, Peabody. She said, what? Peabody? It's here in Michigan, we call it Peabody, but they call it Peabody. You have been? Okay, that's pretty cool, FFP. Where's Chucky at, Molly? I haven't seen him on here in a long time. I don't know. Um, used to go, this is back in 1987. I don't know if it's still there or not, but DB's Golden Banana strip joint up the street from the Holiday Inn. You know, you work all day, you ain't got nothing to do, so you go to the strip joint, sit there for a couple hours, and come home, go back to your hotel, and go to bed. I don't. I was just kidding about the 6 inches. I don't know how high above it is. That's good. Tell him I said hi. All right, there, Kim. You enjoy your hot tub. 6 o'clock in the morning. Don't be late for dinner, Belle. How you doing, Belle? Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. I had a good Labor Day weekend. I ate a couple of sausage dogs yesterday for dinner. So, uh, you can only eat so many hot dogs. You get tired of them. So, okay, that's pretty cool. All right, BJ, you have a great one, man. Never tired of a dog. Hey, you know, I like a hot dog. I really do. But when you do a hot dog event almost every week, every weekend or whatever, and you got a few left over, after a while you get tired of eating hot dogs. Now, I went and bought bratwurst. I bought stadium brats. I like them. So I bought some stadium brats the other day, grilled them, grilled oh, 20 hot dogs and grilled, I don't know, 15, 18, something like that, full of sausages. Then when we were all done, I put them all in a bowl, put them in the refrigerator. So when you want a snack, you reach in, open the bowl, grab you a hot dog or sausage or whatever, brat, throw it in the microwave and warm it up. So I had a friend that owned a painting business, and I worked for him, and he wanted us to go start down south and start painting water towers. And I told him flat out no. And he said, why? I said, man, you're a rinky dink operation. If you think I'm going to hang myself over the side of a water tower with a rope that you bought from Goodwill or whatever, no, it ain't going to happen. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you there, Gene. Uh, yeah, that's not good. Dog Googler, how are you doing there, Nate? Yeah, what happened to the ball, Bell? It's the dinner bell now. So, Get Belle on the panel. I will one day if she wants to come on up. No. No. I'm not dissing the South. What I'm saying is this guy was so cheap he went to Goodwill and bought the rope instead of going someplace where you buy new rope. That's what I'm saying, Bama. Because you know how I know he would have? Because the last paint job I did for him, I was laying flat on my belly, painting the underside of the roof, the eaves, while he was holding my legs. So it he didn't have the money for the equipment to do the other. He damn sure didn't have the money to do the other. So, Sandy K, you're looking lovely as ever. Belle, I don't know if I said it or not, but you're looking lovely as ever too. Oh yeah, I picked up probably all my years of being a garbage man. I've probably picked up 25, 30, chains, nice chains. I picked them up off the road. I picked them up out of the garbage. I picked them up in the landfill. Just walking, out of my truck, look down, and there's a chain, you know. So, uh, and I used to take them home and keep them. Um, Company had a truck, and it was stuck, and they didn't have a chain to pull it with. So I said, "Hey, I'll go home and get my chain, and I'll go pull the truck out." And so I went home, grabbed the chain, went and pulled the truck out, come back home, dropped the chain off, and went back, to do what I had to do. And they called me in the office and said, "Well, how come you stopped back home?" I said, "Well, I stopped back home to drop my chain back off." "Well, why didn't you just leave it in the truck and take it home that night?" I said, "Because if I'd have forgot it, it'd have been stolen the next day by the end of the night. That's why I stopped and dropped it off." I said, "You guys didn't have no problem with me going and getting it. You shouldn't have no problem with me taking it back home either." You're right there, NJ. That's not good. I'm sorry for the other person too, but it's not good. That's right. Howie is going to have. All right, if it's 3 p.m. your time, Howie, what time is it? Eastern Standard Time. It would be 7 o'clock, wouldn't it? You got Eastern, Central, Mountain, and then Pacific, right? Or am I screwed up somehow? Yeah. Okay. Well, Central Standard Time would be 6:09 right now, and then Mountain Time would be 5:09. Hi. Boy, that looks nice.
I got mine too.
You got your new shoes on. You got your Minnie Mouse. Boy, that is nice.
Hold on, let me I'm my bus come in half too.
Okay. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to work there, Bobby. Sandy, you have yourself a great day. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Well, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Yeah. I had to make a pot. Sorry about that. California Greenhorn, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Junkyard, good morning. All right, there, NJ. You have yourself a great day. Thank you for showing. I appreciate it. Come on back. We're always here every day. Well, now we are. Being done feeling better, but uh, yeah, you need to get some sleep too. You're sleeping for 2, remember, or maybe 3. Herman the Great, how are you doing, man? Nice to have you here. I went for coffee too. Sorry about that, Ian. So, got me a new coffee cup yesterday. Well, it may not be a coffee cup. It may be, but it may not be. Could be, may not be. All I know is it's a cup, and it's a big one. Got to be washed. It says Old Texas Soda Company. It's a big cup. It's made out of stainless steel. Um, I think what I'm going to do is actually put it in the camping gear. So I like to put everything metal in there, you know, just because of SHTF. You know, you can always put that over top of some coals and cook in it if you had to. Well, that's good. You could buy yourself an Iron Dog 63 coffee cup there, Gene, and then you could have 240 cups of coffee a day. They're a nice cup, but they're only 11 ounces. So I don't know why they couldn't get a bigger cup.
Cartoons, then I decided to take a picture of you.
Yeah, it works great too, doesn't it, there, Junkyard? A John Wayne mug that's 20 ounces. I got some John Wayne toilet paper. Rough and tough and won't take no crap from nobody. There's splinters in it, you're right. By the way, I did post a video last night or this morning, this morning, my thrift store haul. So I went to the thrift store and got a couple of good deals. I didn't tell you what they were because I wanted to put it on a video so you could watch the video. So, and they were a good deal. So I'm still looking for a chopper. One thrift store is going out of business, and today they're having 60% off, so I'm going to go there. They keep bringing stuff from their warehouse out, so I'm going to see what else they brought out. Make me a good deal. So. I bought some coffee signage the other day from that thrift store. I got to get it hung up for Kathy, but she likes them. So she brought them in, and she was looking to see where she wanted them because that's what this room is right here. It's nothing but coffee. It's got coffee signed all over, you know, house blend, cafe, a latte, a mocha, you know, gourmet roast, you name it. It's got coffee all over the place. So yeah, it's hard to find that stuff. Last summer, I could have bought a whole good big old box of them for like $25, and I should have, and I didn't. Because I have no use for them, and they're just going to collect dust. But I knew that they were worth money, and you know, if I collect them and put them up, you know, to save them to sell them later on, you know, because they're going to be worth money. If something happens to me, you know, they'll be sold for $1 a piece. You know, nobody knows what the value of stuff is around here, so. Well, yeah, you know, because Goodwill has paired up with Target, so they get a bunch of Target stuff, you know, and they think that it's like going shopping at Elder Beerman or J.C. Penney. So you know, And that's what's wrong with this one that's closing its doors. They refuse to negotiate on prices. You know, if they had a
Come on
pan,
here.
down the
Come
front,
on, Richard. Come on. Hang on, don't run.
anyways, if they had a pan there, you know, and you know you could buy the pan for $12 brand new, they'd have $11.99 on it, and it's used and got scorch marks on the outside of it. And I tried telling them, hey, you can't sell something for brand new price and expect to get it, especially when it's in nowhere near new condition. And I've offered them, you know, uh, prices on stuff, and they wouldn't take it. Just don't know what to tell them. She just ran the grandkids outside for school to get on the bus. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna watch them. That's cute. My wife's out there taking pictures of them sitting in the bus seat. That's pretty cool. The 4 and 3-year-old. They're all grown up. So, yes, she does her junkyard. She does have her hands full. Well, Marion, back to you too, Kevin. I know what you meant, morning. So, everything's great. The grandkids are all off to school. She was out in the garage and the school bus pulled up. She'd come running in. Hey, kids, the school bus is out here. Well, she called the other day and asked them what time they were going to be here. And they said, well, we really don't know. Call us back and we'll call you in 2 hours to let you know. And they never did call back. So, I got a letter the other day. I qualify for home weatherization. This is the first year I've ever been able to qualify for that. And what they'll do is they'll come in and add roof, attic insulation. They'll weatherproof my windows for me, seal any cracks or whatever, and they do it all for free because I'm disabled. Like I said, I've known about this program probably for 20 years, and I've never been able to get on it because I've never qualified for it. And now I finally have. So I think that's pretty cool. They'll come in, they'll service my furnace, check the water heater, make sure that's efficient, check your refrigerator. If your refrigerator isn't efficient enough, or they'll put in a new one, and it's all done by grant money given to the community centers from the electric companies. So I think that's pretty cool that they give back some money, even though electricity is probably one of the easiest things that's ever made or the cheapest things that's ever made. So, Daddy's Life, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Yeah, I have known to sleep once in a while. So. How's mommy? I never see her get on anymore, but tell mommy I said hi. I ain't wiping my nose, it's itching. So. I will be getting off here at 8:30. So, but pretty cool. I got to get a hold of the weather, the Community Action Agency. That's who it is. I did. I called them the other day, left a message. They haven't called me back, so I'm gonna call them again today to leave another message or talk to a human being this time, hopefully. Oh, that's good. I'm glad she does watch me. We'll see chat for a while. Okay. Huh. They had paid off 34% of their debt, among other things. Yeah. Well, then that means more of your payment's going to go to pay off more of the debt. So. Yeah, Kevin, I am the good-looking one. Yeah. Save my seat. I like sitting by you. That's funny. Uh, 2 more years and it'll be paid for. And then what do you get? Free electricity after that there, Junkyard? Well, that's great there, Belle. You have yourself a nice breakfast. I actually went out to the freezer this morning and brought in a couple packages of chorizo, ground up sausage. I brought in a dozen of eggs and some hash browns, and that's after I get back. That's going to be breakfast, or it's going to be brunch, or whatever you want to say. I'm going to scramble up some of that sausage, cook some eggs. The hash browns, I'm just going to. I got a spray container that you spray your vegetable oil out of. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll spray both sides of that and put it on a piece of parchment, put it in the oven, let it bake, and then pull it out, flip them, let them bake on that side, get them nice and crisp. Uh, it's tater time, okay. And you're crazy enough. Well, you know, if you own it, that's pretty cool there, Daddy's life. I don't know if you guys seen the elk that he shot, but that's pretty cool. Nice size. I watched a couple minutes of it. I didn't get to get through all of it because I was sick, so I just went back in and laid down. So, in fact, I don't even think I was out here. I think I was in the bedroom on the phone when I done it. So, yeah, you'll be raking in the money. Yeah, sure you will. They'll figure out a way how to screw you out of it. Simply Shannon Miller, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. And it has been a while. Where have you been? I've missed you. Yeah, never too sick to watch hunting. Yeah. No, I was at death's door, I think, sometimes, in the last 2 weeks. I was knocking on it. Well, I don't think I was actually knocking. I think I was trying to kick the damn thing in. So, um, somehow I made it through it. So oh man, I was bad. You could put a gallon of paint in my hands and I could have mixed it for you. That's how bad I was shaking from the shakes and the shivers and everything else. And you're welcome, simply. Yeah, it has been a hot summer, really. It has. I actually haven't even been outside that much all summer. I do have to take my camcorder outside because remember a couple of weeks ago when I made the ham roll-ups and I cut the ends of the onions, green onions off, and told you I was going to plant them. Well, I got 100% um, rate. Each and every one of them is growing. So I realize it's getting late in the fall, but um, onions will continue to grow. Plus, I'm going to put the greenhouse cover on them, and I actually have got to get to one of the raised beds, and I'll just work up the soil and I'll transplant them into that. St. Peter's Catholic? Yeah, I remember St. Peter's Catholic. Did you ever hear about the priest that was going to do his very first sermon? So he's a priest is going to do his very first sermon, and he's in there with another priest, and this is I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I don't know what to do. I'm nervous. I've never had to do this before. The other priest looks at him and says, "Here, take a couple of swigs of this communion wine. It'll help settle your nerves." Well, he takes a couple sips of it. The other priest turns around, and next thing you know, he grabs that bottle and he downs it all. He says, "I think I got enough courage now to go out there and do the sermon." So he walks out there and he does the sermon. He gets all done. He goes walking back into the room back here and he says, "Well, how did I do?" He said, "Man, you did excellent up until the very end." He said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "It's a taffy pool at St. Peter's, not a Peter pool at St. Taffy's." Ba-dum-bum. Hopefully you like that one. Now that's hard to get. That's hard to get straight when you're sober too, because I used to screw that up all the time. So, you got to empty the pot to make another. So, by the way, Shannon, I don't know if you know it, but Kevin is my twin brother. So yeah, I know. Don't laugh back. Then again, it doesn't boo either. So yeah. I don't know, Kevin. Did you see my new coffee cup? I don't think I'll be putting too much hot in there because I bet you burn the living heck out of your mouth with it. But I do think it'll make a nice little addition to put in the camping gear. But if you had to, you could throw this on a couple of coals and make you a cup of soup or whatever, or some hot broth, or some pine needle tea or whatever. I didn't watch it, so I don't know what happened there. It says Old Texas Soda Company. I gotta wash it and clean it up. It's got some take an SOS pad to it or something, or a green scrubby or something to it. They say it's got soap film on it or something. Yeah, I went to the. Uh, you talked to me. Yeah, I did go to the emergency room Monday night, and then I went to my doctor's on Wednesday. Not yesterday, but a week ago Monday, and then I went last Wednesday to the doctor. So I have a bad sinus infection. They give me Augmentin and something else and Tylenol every 6 hours, and I am feeling a lot better. So yeah, it is rough on the stomach, Sandra. And by the way, Sandra, you're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. I didn't see you when you first come in. I'm sorry. Um, this is actually stainless steel, so I believe it looks like stainless steel. So the hip's doing good. In fact, I never even had to go for physical therapy. I walked in 3 weeks after the operation, and he said, "Well, you should be using a cane or a walker." And in my 6 weeks, he said, "I never seen anybody walk so good like you do, without having physical therapy and just having a hip replacement." So I still got a hitch in my giddy up. I mean, I don't walk fluidly, but I can walk. So um, depends on how good I'm feeling the day. If I go to the store or something, if I'm feeling okay, I'll walk in the store. If I'm not feeling okay, if I'm a little sore, then I will get an electric cart. But um, last couple of times I've been to the store, I've walked to the store. Usually, with the stuff I want is clear to the back of the store, all the way to the corner. So furthest from the door. So Lulu loved you. Good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to see you. Yeah, I can remember Cappy's after me. That's right. Amy Sprinkle, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. Anyways, it was kind of cute. I got up and looked out the window and watched the kids get on the bus. I thought it was cute. Then they're all looking out the window at their nana. That was pretty cool. So, well, thank you, Lulu. Yeah, that probably irritated a few of them, didn't it? So, yeah. Good God, the woman died August 16th, and they were still viewing her body on the 31st of August. 15 days later. You know, put the woman in the ground, for Christ's sakes. It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, well, we want to make sure everybody gets to see her. Well, you know, that's what they call television for. And did you see outside the funeral home? There must have been 200 pink Cadillacs sitting out there. And I wonder how many of them were just freshly painted. They're outside the church, whatever, where they had the funeral procession at. I actually think that's disrespectful to the deceased, having them above ground, that you know, parading them around from city to city and venue to venue or whatever. It was all about money. That's all it was about. I'm sure they charged to get into the funeral home. I'm sure somebody made some money somewhere. I'm pretty sure of it. Jay Hanson, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Yeah, changed clothes more than a live model. I know she was sweating so bad. Yeah. Uh, I don't understand it. I really don't. Yeah, I think she even had a different casket, didn't she, at one time or another? Well, can you imagine after 14 days? You know, they embalm you and all that other stuff, and I know all about that. I've been there, watched it done, and everything. But you still, if they don't keep you cold, you still start to decay. You know, and after 15 days, putting you in and out of a freezer every night. She costs like $7,000. That's what it should cost. So you're right. Welcome back, Jerry. Anybody seen Alabama bushcrafter? He must be talking to his toilet seat again. Yeah, nitrogen kept her ice cold. Yeah, I just, that was just something. And John McCain, I don't know what's it. Did they bury him already? But I know that was a 6 or 7 or 8 day affair or whatever. You know, I don't understand that. All right, Kevin, you have a great day and be careful out there. I R-E-S-P-E-C-T. That's right. It isn't much respect, you know. It isn't. Yeah, yeah. They didn't want them plastic to melt off Michael Jackson. Gay Jerry, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Yeah, yeah, that was happening before he died because he had a fake nose. Remember that? They had to glue it on all the time. But you know, when you've got all them millions and millions of dollars, you so vain that you got to have all these surgeries. And next thing you know, things start falling off because they ain't getting no circulation. She didn't save your seat. Oh, damn, that's not nice. Linda's House of Chill. Good morning. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. That wasn't very nice of Marie to save your seat for you. Should have used Gorilla Glue. That's right. Little dab here, little dab there. You saw her blink twice. Well, hope everything goes okay with you, Linda, at the doctor's. It is a nice morning today. The kids, grandkids finally went to school. Today's their first day of school. So, um, we got a 4 and a 3-year old is, you know, their very first days at school today. The 4-year old is, she was happy, and the 3-year old is happy to go to school, but I don't think they really understand what school is all about. But maybe they'll like it. They'll get to meet some new friends, have some fun. So, yeah, 3 of them will make me feel good. About 12 of them make me feel great. Yeah. Hi, I love you too, Kevin. Be careful. Yeah, 13 is one too many. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, you can include that though because it's a baker's dozen. That's 13th one doesn't count. But if you went to 14, that's entirely too many. Actually, if you went to the 14, you get the baker's dozen at 13. But if you went to 14, that's two too many. So you have to go back down to the dozen. They should call me Confused Jerry. Okay, Confused Jerry. We were talking about pills. If 4 makes you feel good, then 12 had to make you feel great. 13 is just too many. Unless you're talking about donuts, yeah. Beer, donuts. Homer Simpson. Yeah, there she is. Didn't save your seat for you or nothing. She just up and left. A couple people come in, crowded you right on out, didn't they, Bama? You had to find your own seat at the end of the pew. It's not right. It's not right, I tell you. It's not right. Yeah, some people live on the edge. You're right. Hard to believe it's September 4th already, isn't it? Man, just think. Halloween will be here next month, and then Thanksgiving the month after that, and then Christmas the month after that. Face it, people, you got like 118 days or something like that before Christmas, somewhere around there, guesstimating. You're like sitting up front, you know. Right, Marie. See, she saved you a seat. Junkyard, I'm just glad to be sitting. That's right. So, anything interesting happening to anybody? I asked this earlier, but there was, wasn't many people in here, so maybe we'll find out something happened interesting over the weekend. Share your weekend with me. I know it. He gets to drinking that fire water, and then he just, can't stand up straight. Just taking an old truck down to the junkyard. What are they paying for junk trucks now? I don't know. Uh, when I was picking up scrap and stuff, working for the company, at one point in time, they were giving $675 a ton for cars. So that was good money, man. Well, hopefully you didn't do too much damage to the car. I'm assuming you hit the car with your wheelbarrow. I was in the garage the other day and I pulled out a bunch of stuff, started rearranging stuff, stacking stuff, making stuff halfway decent in there.
Right.
On the side where the hot dog stand is, or cart is. Um, I might go out there today later on and pull all that stuff back out and put the lunch table and stuff back in there on that side. Get that out of the way so it's not in this other side where everybody else is at. You just want to get rid of it. They'll pay you for it. You take it down there, they'll pay you for it. Yeah, that's the way it is. You can make money on them. I had a guy, I had an old 82, I think, Chevy, 3/4 ton, and it had a blowed engine in it. A guy come up and I said, he had a thing offering $350 for truck, for said 200. I said no, $350. The thing weighs 5,000 pounds, man. I said, and you don't get the tires and the rims either. Oh, I'm not giving you that for that. And I said, well, let it sit there then. He went back to his truck. He went to take off, and he got back out of his truck, come back and give me the money. He said, I'll take it. So he got it up on the trailer. I jacked it up and took the tires off. Well, I had the back tires alone on the truck were, oh, I don't know, $275 a piece when I bought them. They were 16.5s and they were probably 17, 18 inches wide. I got them that way specifically because I had 12 leaf springs under each side and airbags in the back, and I needed something for cushion because just regular 16.5 tires, you'd hit a bump, man, it would bounce the back end of the truck right off the ground. So I put some big, heavy, spongy tires on there, and it worked out great. They will, them Jimmy wasps for bad. Uh, just a little note, I will be getting off here in a half an hour, 8:30. So anybody got anything they want to share? Are you on, Kath? No. Okay, I didn't see you come in. I didn't know if you're in or not. No. Um, I don't know. I have pretty much nothing to say now. Uh, I should actually contact that place down, about 20 miles from here. It's a produce place. See about how much they get for a bushel of tomatoes. I haven't hunted in 25, 30, no, I haven't hunted in 40 years. So almost 40 years, 38 years probably. And they're Lone Ranger Yellow Jackets. They'll nail you, then call for the rescue right there, junkyard. No, I wish I did do some hunting, but I don't. Mike's how too? How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Um, I am, well, I don't know how I am now, but I was an exceptionally great shot. So uh, I qualified as sniper when I was in the service, and uh, I figured after that, if you went hunting, it wasn't even if you're going hunting just for the food, that's great. But if you're going hunting for the sport and the food, it doesn't make it a sports no more because that you don't even give them a chance. So I uh, I never went hunting after I got out of the service. So, and I think the last time I did go hunting was back in 1980. You know, so I was still in high school, I think. Yeah. Bobby hunts for top secret YouTube information. Yeah. Well, he is a PI, private investigator. Um, I used to have when I was in the service. I used to have the lick 'em and stick 'em, and but they had targets out there, and you'd shoot them, and then you'd take these little tags, and you'd wet them and stick them on the target. That way, they didn't have to replace the targets all the time. They used to do the lick 'em and stick 'em. But when we had to qualify, you got a 24-hour pass. When we had to qualify with our M16s, in the qualifications, you had 40 targets and you had 41 rounds to hit 40 targets. Out of 760 some people, there was two of us that shot 40 out of 40. There was one of us that shot 40 out of 40 using 40 rounds, and that was me. The other guy shot 40 out of 40 with 41 rounds. So, and most of mine were headshots. And after they got all done, the drill instructor come up and said, well, "Why do you shoot them in the head?" I said, "Let me tell you something. If this is real life, they're not getting up from that. You know, they're not getting up. I'm not having to worry about some guy crawling 40 or 50, 60, 70 yards and then shooting me after I've already thought I've taken care of them." So, Grizz, all hail Grizz. So, um, I was a damn good shot in the service. Nowadays, not so much. My eyes are so bad, I probably couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. You know, but good to have you here, Grizz. Nice to see you. Skinny G Panda, how are you doing? Nice to see you here, Skinny G. check the channel. You're looking lovely as ever, Skinny G. Nice to have you here. It does. It pretty well does them in. That's why I done it, because I figured if it was actually a situation where it was a kill situation, they're not getting up from that. If they do get up from it, chances are they're going to be walking around like a zombie because they're not going to know anything other than trying to plug the both holes or whatever, keep whatever they got left. Yeah, in the head, you don't have no bulletproof vest. You're right. You have yourself a great day there, Gene. Yeah, don't want it to spoil on you. Hey, Grizz, I was going to ask you this. Is the Alaskan Bush people, are they your neighbors now? You live in Washington, right? I believe it's Washington. Huh? Well, I can't remember where you live. Next door neighbors between him and Mick Dodge. You ever met Nick Dodge there, Grizz? He's probably running around your backyard. They live in Washington now. You're prepping for the hurricane? That's pretty cool. Yeah, you're in Oregon. I thought you lived in I got you confused. But they live on one of the mountain ranges. They bought 400 acres up there in Washington. I just figured maybe you could hear them howl in the middle of the night or whatever from your place. I wonder if they're neighbors with Mick Dodge then. I always liked watching Mick Dodge. I always thought he was cool, but I don't know what happened to him. But I don't even know if he's still alive or not. So. Yeah, probably running through his backyard. You'd love to be neighbors with Mick? He's pretty cool. And then they got that wrestler. I can't remember his name, but he lives there in Washington. He's friends with Mick Dodge. So Kevin something, I can't remember. He used to wrestle back in the 80s and early 90s. I don't know. Their Bobby Bigfoot would probably stand his ground. No, not Kevin Nash. Kevin, can't remember, but he's a short guy. He's only about 5'6" or something like that, 5'7". If y'all want to, yeah. Well, you're closer to the Gulf than they are, ain't you? Nick may have found a cell phone. Yeah. Yeah, I bet he probably is because he's closer to the the ocean than you are. So hopefully everything turns out for the best for you, Alabama and Bobby. You guys hunker down and be safe. You're right, especially that one called Bear or the one called Bam. You know, the rest of them are pretty tolerable, but those two are just plain idiots. So I'm just trying to be a good neighbor. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. How you doing, Dutchy Dutch? Nice to have you here. Good morning, Hal Kitten. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Grizz, I got me a new coffee cup. The old Texas Soda Company. I don't think I'll be drinking any coffee out of that because I'm sure that gets hot real quick. It'll leave part of your lip there on the cup. She'll get calloused up though in no hurry, in a big hurry. Well, that's good there, Dutchy Dutch. What are you up to now? That's okay, I'll look. Wow, 15. Okay, that's a good job there, Dutch. 1501. I bought it at the Goodwill thrift store for $1. It's got like soap film or something on it. I'm gonna have to, wash it real good with a green scrubby or whatever and get all that stuff off it. But I'm gonna put it in with the camping gear. Never can tell. SHFT, SHTF, excuse me. You could get your little fire going, get a few coals, put that on top of the coals, and make you some pine needle tea or soup or whatever. You can cook out of it. You got rain in front of the hurricane. Sanal Sharma, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Good to see you. Guys don't know who Sanal Sharma is? Check out his channel. Show him some channel love if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. If you do, you. So, I'm sure there's some people in here Sanal doesn't know, so you can check out channels. All YouTube secret information you'll ever need, yeah. I tell you what, yesterday it got so dark, the bottom part of that lamp right there, that's how dark the sky got. And I thought, man, we were going to be in for a hell of a storm. And it rained probably for, I don't know, 5, 10 minutes. I mean, it come down in buckets, and then thunder and lightning and everything. Then it blew over just as fast as it come in. Well, I'm happy to have you here. Thank you so
Where
much.
were you at?
I was at Myers when I did all that.
And then it did more. I mean, where was you? Oh, there?
Yeah, I was in there watching TV.
Yeah. It was a bad place.
I got up in the middle of the night, walked downstairs, made sure.
Trees and all.
Huh?
Locusts.
Yeah. So there was
Fires down.
wires and trees down. Well,
But you would know to get the TV so loud in the weather.
I don't know. Just barely finished mowing yesterday. The bottom fell down. Where Big Bear? Where's Big Bear at? What state? I don't know where that's at, but I'm sure it'll probably be fun. You didn't get to sleep till 2 a.m. Well, at 12:45, I was down in the basement making sure the sump pump was working. I manually turned on the sump pump and pumped out the sump hole, and then you know I didn't want the basement to flood while I was sleeping. So then I went back down there around 5 o'clock this morning, and there wasn't no water on the floor, so it's doing its job. No, I wasn't hiding underneath the table. Storms don't bother me. I don't take them lightly, but they don't bother me. So, yeah, we don't have the California weather. All right, there, Bama, you have yourself a great day. Be careful out there with the storm or with a hurricane. Okay, you're going to Big Bear, Idaho. Okay, all right. Well, I wish we had some of that California weather once in a while. Oh, okay, Big Bear's in California. Okay. All right, then you're going to Idaho next week. Well, that's pretty cool there, Jerry. You're not going nowhere. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not afraid of the storms. I don't take them lightly. I take precautions. If I think it's going to be a bad one, I make sure, that we can get downstairs into the basement. The pantry is actually the place to be. It's surrounded, it's 4 block walls, inner. So it's probably one of the safest places to be. So, all right, man. We'll see you later, Jerry. You have a great day. JD just showed up. Well, good morning, JD. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Hopefully, Bobby's probably got this down to a science, you know. You got some nice big wooden shutters so you can shut the windows off and everything else. Um, where are you getting them printed at? $15 really isn't that much. Mine, I get mine from Teespring. Um, I'm not making a nickel on them. Yeah, I don't think I'm making a nickel on them. But they're $8, and then shipping, I think 250 for shipping or something like that on them. So that's 11.50 or something like that. And they're 11-ounce coffee cup. I don't know why they do 11-ounce coffee cup, but that's what it is. But $15 if somebody's interested, that ain't a bad deal. I think the shipping's a little outrageous because they can ship a priority mail, and if it fits, it ships for like $7. So. But okay, it's a local printing shop. Well, I mean, if you're keeping business local, then I guess it's okay. You know. How much for a bigger cup? For like they have a 16-ounce cup you can print on? I'm on a laptop. My wife has a PC. I'm on a laptop. I don't have no problems with Windows or YouTube locking or unlocking my account or anything like that. Now, I have had a couple people try to hack into my account, and all of a sudden it's locked me out of my account until I verified phone number and everything else, an email address, and it sent the verification to my email, to get my authorization. So. Yeah, shippers are the ones that are making the money. Wow, that's a lot of money to be investing in 72. So if you got to buy them up front at 72, then you got to ship them. I'm assuming you got to ship them yourself. So let's see, that's 240 bucks for 72 coffee cups, roughly around that. Well, $210, something like that. You said $3 a cup? $3 each. Okay, so 72, that's 210, 216 plus tax. You got $235 into it. Then you got $10 to ship each one of them. I think you could probably go to the post office and ship them yourself. Get that little box for $4 or $5. Any place in the United States there is. Check it out first before you make a commitment. Right. Well, I completely understand that. We got 32-ounce coffee mugs, or not coffee mugs, beer mugs outside in the shed. And they were made up, and it says Roni Reunion on them. And we give, or my son made them up, actually had them made up, and you give $5 a piece for them. Oh. Yeah. You'd be better off to go to Teespring and have them do it for you. There it goes. You get the same thing. They'll print it up for you, and when somebody orders one, they send it out. You just keep going in and set your account for 30 days, and then after 30 days, set your account again for 30 days. My coffee cup is $8. That's what Teespring gets. Anything over $8 is mine. I don't charge anything for them. So, and then they pay the $2.50 shipping, I believe. Uh, you might need to go stay with Bobby because he's further north. Yeah. Um, like, you can go to the post office and see different kinds of boxes right there at the post office, and they'll tell you what the flat rate is, and they'll ship it anywhere in the continental United States. So I don't even have the box no more. For one when my coffee cup come in. Oh yeah, I do. There you go. This box right here is what the coffee cup come in, and I'm sure I think it come by mail. I don't think it was special. No, it might have been. Yeah, U.S. postage paid, bulk mail. So I'm sure you can get a box like this from the post office, and they'll give you the box and all, and that's included with the shipping price. So. Right. But then if you don't want an investment into it there, Grizz, then Teespring is the way to go. I would believe if you don't want to put any money into it. I'm not into making any money. None of my stuff's going to make me any money. 10, 12, 15 cents or something like that. And all that money is going to go to charity. So, I'm not making no money off it. So. Ruby Slippers, good morning. Glad to have you here, but I am going to be leaving here in about 110 seconds. So, I got to be someplace here in about 20 minutes. So. It's going to be an every Tuesday thing. So. Well, you got to constantly, promote it and stuff like that. I've only sold just a couple of things out of my Teespring. And Junkyard bought a coffee cup and a sticker, and I know he's not happy with either one of them because the color didn't come out right. So I've got a hoodie and a T-shirt and my coffee cup, and I'm going to take a picture of all three of them together, and I'm going to ask Teespring what the problem is. How come you can barely see the dog on the shirt and the coffee cup, but you can see it quite fluently on the hoodie? There's something wrong. I want either a new shirt, a new coffee cup, or I'll send it back and give me my money back. And that's the bad thing about it. And I'm sure, maybe they'll understand where I'm coming from. So. All right, everybody, it's 8:30. I got to get out of here. God bless each and every one of you. Stay safe. Prayers and peace be with you. Y'all have a great day. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. I really do. I love spending time with you. I enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoy it too. But I do have to get out of here. This will probably be an every Tuesday thing for, I don't know, a few months or whatever. But it's someplace I get to go and have a little fun and then come home. So I'd be there around 9 o'clock, and I'm there for an hour or so. But it's good. So y'all have a great day. God bless to you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Don't take any wooden nickels, and don't take any chances. And we'll see you tomorrow. God bless to you all.